Alright guys, here we are at Virginia Heritage 9. I've got the Big Chief. I've got Flight Scope down at my feet. What we're doing today is trying to find out what the difference in golf balls are. So I've got a premium, premium tailor-made TP, this year's model, 2015-16 model, versus so it's a 4-piece golf ball, guys. Urethane cover, the whole works. The best golf balls you can get, along with Pro Vs and in that category. Down here, Optima Pure Distance. 2-piece golf ball, distance golf ball. I just want to see what the difference is between these two golf balls, off a tee shot, off a mid-iron shot, off a wedge shot, and then around the greens. What sort of spin numbers? Basically, what's the difference between them, guys? So follow us, let's have a crack, and we'll see what happens. Guys, so the first ball I've got here is the Optima PD, so the Pure Distance. I'm going to have a bit of a hit with this. I'm going to talk about the feel and we'll see some numbers in just a second. Alright, so that was just a tad left, but that's okay. Look, felt really firm. I'm not quite used to that feeling. It was quite loud, but again, we'll have a look at the numbers in just a second. TaylorMade Tour Preferred. Oh, that's pure. Now, more used to that feeling, guys, so we'll have a look at these numbers in just a sec, so we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. So the numbers we've got on the Optima Pure Distance golf ball, 2-piece golf ball. Ball speed of 165, launching at 7.3, which is kind of what I do anyway. That's me delivering it, not the ball. Spin was 1800, so very low, was turning a bit left. Feeling wise was just very firm. Now when it comes down to the TaylorMade Tour Preferred, normal Tour Preferred 4-piece golf ball, 166 ball speed, I've hit it basically the same. As you'll see, the numbers have popped up. Launch at 7.5, spinning at 2180. So in regards to off the tee, there's not too much difference between these two balls. So yes, a little bit less spin, but the Optima, I did turn it over. And before anybody goes on about everything, it all comes down to my strike. I know that. And so the more and more I strike in the toe or low on the face, it's going to do different things. I've hit them in the same spot, just a little bit higher and lower on the face. So I've hit those balls in a similar spot. But it's just data, it's just a bit of fun, guys, but it's a roundabout generalization of what these balls will do. So let's go up and hit a wedge in and see what the difference is between the two then. Alright guys, here we are down at our second shot, hit driver. As you can see that the spin numbers were both quite low. They were both moving left and they were both quite low. So I'm expecting to see that this is where the balls will be better or worse than each other. So it'll be interesting. So PD soft down first, flight scope set up, everything's going on below Richo's feet. So let's have a hit of this 100 meters. I've got 52-degree gap wedge. Back into a little bit of a breeze. So let's see what numbers come out. The wind's got that a little bit to the right. Cool. So in just a second we'll see what sort of spin numbers that was. Like I said, it did kind of tail off to the right just a little bit. Now, TaylorMade Tour Preferred, the 4-piece golf ball. Alright, so that one was a little bit of a better shot. It didn't want to move on the wind quite as much. So we'll be back in just a second to check out the two numbers. Alright guys, so I've just hit the two balls again. The PD felt really firm off the face of this thing, whereas the TP felt exactly the same as what I use Pro V1s and even them. In regards to numbers, they both launched at basically the same number, like 25 degrees. The difference was about a couple of hundred in spin. So the one that went off to the right, which was the PD, it actually moved off to the right a little bit more than what the TaylorMade did. So it had 8,700, I think, and 9.5 grand was the TP. So I would imagine that the PD would have had more spin if it was moving away, or a little bit more slice or fade spin, and it actually had less. Felt like I struck them both the same, they both launched the same, I delivered basically the same speed to them, and the TP come out on top in regards to spin. So let's get up and do a little bit of a pitch shot, and let's see the differences between the PD, the Optima PD, pure distance, and the TaylorMade Tour Preferred. Alright guys, here we are. I've got a 37 metre pitch shot here. We'll see how the balls react. So we'll go PD soft first, 37 metres up to that flag. Just try to play a normal shot in there. I'm just going to try to play them both the same. It doesn't matter if I get close to the flag or not. I just want to play the same shot. So let's see what numbers this thing does. Right, so that's probably landed a little bit short. I probably hit that a smidgen a bit heavy, maybe a little bit. I certainly got my hands a little bit high, so I'll just clean off the club face. So we'll do the same thing with the TaylorMade, and we'll see how it spins, the trajectory and the feel. Certainly that actually didn't feel that bad for a firm ball. It felt almost like what the TaylorMade does. So that's an interesting one from a short shot. So I probably caught them both just a tiny little bit heavy. Interacted with the turf quite well, but just a smidgen heavy with the both of them. So let's have a look at the numbers and we'll see what they look like. Alright guys, so I've just hit those two shots with both the TaylorMade Tour Preferred and the Optima PD, so the 2-piece ball compared to the 4-piece ball. Now, there's a little bit of difference in launch. I did catch the PD a little bit heavier. Ball speed was much the same and club head speed was much the same. I just caught it a little bit higher on the face. So which launched I think at about 36 and spun about 3 grand. So it spun really low. Whereas the other one, the TaylorMade, I actually launched at 28 and spun at 6,700, where I would expect to hit that sort of spin from this distance. So it was more than double the spin. And granted, yes, I did catch it a little bit higher on the face with the Optima, and that's why the spin's probably a little bit lower and the launch is a little bit higher. It still goes to show that I reckon if I did hit it perfectly, it still wouldn't have spun at 6,700 like the TaylorMade, maybe 4,000, 4.5, something like that. Again, I know this is all down to strike, guys, but we're just showing you. I'm just showing you what it can do and the two different types of balls. Certainly, the feeling, the TaylorMade Tour Preferred feels much better off the face. So we're going to have a quick little putt. Richo and I are going to have a quick little putt. We'll talk about that feel, because of everything other than this wedge, the PD has felt really firm and a bit clicky and doesn't really suit my ear too much. Let's go have a quick putt.
G'day, here we are. We're up to the green now. Got the Optima, TaylorMade. I'm going to have a putt. I'll putt one of each, and we'll swap over. Let Al have a putt, and we'll have a chat of what we think of.
Absolutely, cool.
So I'll start with.
What are you starting with?
I'm going to start with the Optima first. So I'll have a quick little look.
Optima first, Richo.
Yeah, going to go the Optima first, then the TaylorMade.
Feel?
Not too bad. It feels heavy.
Heavy?
The ball feels, yeah, a little bit heavy.
So like firm heavy is what you're saying? Couple of good parts, but feel?
That's a lot softer.
Lot
you can
softer.
feel it's softer off the club face rather than that little bit sort of bounces off.
Cool.
But yeah, certainly the TaylorMade ball was very nice and soft.
Cool, I'll have a putt.
So I would rather putt with the TaylorMade.
All right, so I'm going to have a putt. Optima first again. It'll probably go in, so that's nice. But guys, that does feel very, very, very firm. It's a bit of a clicking sort of a noise, and that's, again, something that I'm not used to. Same as an iron shot or a full wedge shot. It just feels a bit clicky. The TaylorMade, it almost, I don't want to say it feels dead, but it certainly feels like it's not much on the face. Especially with a very soft putter, it does feel very soft. So I would take the TaylorMade all day, same as what Richo would. But in regards to numbers, You could see the difference. Off the tee it wasn't much. The distance may have been actually even lower spin than with the full wedge in, full gap wedge in. A lot more spin, a couple more 100,000 revs with the TaylorMade, the Tour Preferred, and then especially the shorter shots in, the 30-40 meter shots, the premium balls spun nearly double. So that's where most of it comes down to. So your thoughts, Richo? Your thoughts of everything?
My thoughts are, I always pick a ball from putter back. So I like a ball that's soft, feels nice off the putter. I'd rather pay a little bit more and have something I feel more comfortable with my putter and my wedges.
Cool.
And work it from there. But do you know what? Both balls were all right. The Optima ball went all right.
Yeah, it's certainly not too bad. But at the end of the day, guys,
I think what it comes down to is you really have to choose the ball that's best for you. So
what parts of your game you feel that
correct.
you need to have the ball to suit.
The way I look at it, the most expensive ball that you can afford, go get it. Because as soon as you get up into your tour golf balls, they're all brilliant. They're all urethane covers. They're all similar compression. They all feel really good. They all spin a lot more around the greens. So that's the real advantage of a more premium ball, is the fact that it spins a lot more on shorter shots.
Yep.
Cool, guys.
Great feel around the greens.
Correct. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Comment below on what more you want to see. And thanks a lot for watching.
Beautiful.
See you next time.